What if I just did a silent intro at the beginning of every video? What if I just jumped into the cards and I didn't say a word other than what was in the cards? Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do a collective oracle for today, Saturday, December 14th, 2024. You may follow me on the book, the Insta, the Talk, or the Tube, or not. Totally up to you. I don't give two fucks. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, we love that for you. It was destined. It is fate. If it doesn't fit, just leave it on the table for someone else. And it's okay. Not everything is meant to fit. Just like shoes and clothes. Right? Right. This is that cute little deck that I was talking about that I got off Etsy. It doesn't even really have a name. I think it's called like Winter Deck or Holiday Deck. It's a specific seller because they have one that looks like fall. I got one that has coffee cups on it. I got one that has hearts on it, like, like Valentine's or love. If you just put in Christmas Oracle in Etsy, this deck will come up. You'll see this card. And I want to say like 30, 40 bucks. And it's like a full deck. There's probably like 50, 60 cards here, something like that, whatever. Like I'm going to drop them everywhere apparently, and the pictures are like holiday oriented, but it's just an oracle deck. So nothing like Christmassy about like the language, the verbiage, if you will. Like they got a little winter rabbit. It says good luck. And I think I said that it said it was going to be discontinued. So if you like it, if you think it's cute, if you think it's worth your hard-earned smackaroonies, then go for it on Etsy. Again, just put in Christmas Oracle and it'll come up. That's what I did when I was looking for cards. I hope everybody is having a fine Saturday. It's still a little sunny. A little bit. Somebody's out there working like construction because I can hear like a dozer or a dump truck, or I hear something like a hydraulic lift. I don't know. I hear something out there. We got 2 on the table. Three on the table. 4 on the table. Five on the table. This is almost like an affirmations kind of. I mean, not, but I don't know. I guess I always call readings affirmations when they don't have to do with romance. Because I feel like everybody does readings and they all involve like sex, romance, third parties, relationships, right? And when they don't, I'm like, oh, it's affirmations. Because, like, what do you just call it? What do you call it? Like, if it doesn't involve romance or love or third parties, it's like nobody wants to watch it because, no offense. I'm getting to the point where I'm watching my favorite readers and I'm hearing third party, person from the past, and I turn it off because I'm like, I just don't even want to hear it. Like, it doesn't even pertain to me because I don't have any of that going on, but I just don't even want to hear it. Like, it's bad enough I read it when it comes out in the cards. Like, I don't want to hear it when I'm sitting in my living room eating my cheeseburger. Or tonight, hopefully some Chinese or some Thai or some sushi. I'm excited. 6, 7 on the table. Don't think it's lost on me that these cards almost match my nails. 8 on the table. Okay. Yeah. Okay, we're going to do 2 more shuffles. Ooh. What's that like? Hey, it's one of the cards that I showed you guys. 1 more shuffle. We got 9 on the table. We got 10 because 1 fell out. And bottom of the deck. Okay, I gotta show you before I show it because it's just so cute. Look, bottom of the deck. Look at that little kitty. Look at that kitty. I always wanted a black cat. Now, Mrs. Pickles is probably the closest. She's like a very dark gray, but she's also a tuxedo. She's got like white on her belly and on her chest, a little bit on her chin and on her pawpaws. But yeah, I always wanted a black cat. A friend of mine that I used to work with, I met her when I worked for the candy company years ago. I went and babysat her cat once. Like I looked in on her cat while she was gone, and his name was Buddha, and he was black and white, and he reminded me of the cat I had when I was a kid. I had a black and white cat named Chip because we got him from Chip's Pet Shop in Waukegan, Illinois. Anywho, I watched her kitty Buddha, and he was the sweetest little kitty. And he passed away a few years ago, but she posted a picture of him the other day, and he was wearing a Christmas sweater, and he's like looking over his back. He was just one of the sweetest, cutest cats. He actually was the cat that made me realize that I wanted to get Bubbles and Homer. And when my best friend's sister said, hey, our stray cat that comes onto our farm and gives birth to her babies when she's pregnant just gave birth to some kittens. Do you want some? The ex-husband and I, who weren't even married at the time, went out and picked up Bubbles and Homer. We had to snag them in the barn, basically in the dark. And I think he got Bubbles and she got Homer. I just kind of stood there like an idiot because I was just like watching these little kittens run around. Our 2 little orangies. Yeah. Anyway, I think of Buddha often. He was a sweetheart. We got introspection. I had a second look at that because then I was like, that's not the word. No, it is, Kim. It's the word. Fulfillment. We got innovation. We've got departure. When I tell you guys that I have like 200, 300 decks of cards, I have cards that you've probably never even seen, that I've probably never even shown you. Like, I'm not even kidding. I use like the same cards over and over again because those are the cards that I feel like I get the most fifis from. But these are perfectly good cards, and I never use them. And, you know, I paid like $30, $40 a whack for these things. Departure. That was all a part of my business. My business plan. Synchronization. Progress. We've got adversity. Outlook. Healing. Richness. And intelligence. Okay, so we got 11 cards on the table. Feminine, masculine, it doesn't matter. And I told you it feels more like an affirmations. I mean, it's a story. It's a situation. It's you. It just has nothing to do with love, I don't think. Ooh. I hit that with my foot real good. I don't know what that was. So you might be going it within right now with the introspection. You might be looking at all that fulfills you and what doesn't fulfill you. With the innovation card, this is like, what's the next big thing for me? Like a project, a hobby, work, if you want to change careers, if you want to go back to school, something like that. Like, what's the next big thing is what I'm hearing. With the departure card, this just means you're moving. It doesn't even necessarily mean like, oh, you're getting a plane and you're flying. It means you're moving. If you're thinking, if you have ideas coming in, you're moving. I know, it's crazy. You're moving. And I don't know what I'm getting, more like day trips or like going to meet new people, possibly make new friends, new acquaintances, just new connections overall. Synchronization. You If you're someone that believes in this, you're probably seeing signs. Okay? If you don't believe in synchronicities, if you don't believe in signs, um do. Do. I did that reading, what was it, like 2 months ago, 3 months ago? I think like 2 months ago, where I said someone was going to see something red, and it's going to be like red, but like you don't expect to see it where you see it, right? Like somewhere where you don't normally see red. Like you're going to be driving along on the same road you always drive on, and all of a sudden you're going to see like a red box on the side of the road. Or, you know what I mean? Like you're going to see something red. And I kid you not, it was like 2 days later, 3 days later, I can't remember. I was driving home on the same road that I always drive to and from work. Well, 99.9% of the time. Same road. And there was a guy standing on the side of the road, waiting for a ride, waiting for an Uber. I don't know. There's like a little, I think it's like a little construction business there with like a big like garage thing and stuff in the back. And he was standing out by the sign. I never pay attention to the sign. I never really pay attention to what's going on there, except this guy is standing there and he has a big puffy red coat on. And I was like, oh, that poor guy's waiting for a ride. And then all of a sudden I said, red, 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 red. I saw something red where I wouldn't normally see red. And it's like, for me, that was the sign. Like I saw it. You guys might have seen something. I don't know. Nobody ever. I don't think anybody commented on it. Um, I try to read all the comments and stuff. I don't always comment on the comments, but I read all the comments. I don't think anybody said anything. But yeah, I saw the red. And then I I want to say it was Thanksgiving, cuz I was off the day before and the day of Thanksgiving. And I want to say either the day before or the day of, I was sitting at my table. I have like a little kitchen dining combo. And in my dining combo, it was our island that we used to have at our house when the ex-husband and I were married. And it's got a metal base and it's open, like four legs, a bottom. And I had bought four stools that didn't match it, but they go with it pretty well. So that's what I use as like my little dining kitchen table thing. Okay. I was sitting there and I have the big window there by the kitchen. It's like a big double window like this, right? And then I have the door for the patio and I see a red bird fly. And then I see a second one chase it. And it was two cardinals chasing each other out in front of my window for just a few minutes, like maybe a minute, maybe 2 minutes. And then they flew back and flew off. And when I tell you that I got such a calm from watching those two birds play with each other or fight with each other, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're married. I don't know. Maybe they're courting. I don't know. But they just made me so happy and so light. And it was just like I felt like a mental, emotional release. Didn't have to cry. didn't even really have to think about it. It was just kind of like, there are signs everywhere. When people don't believe in signs, I'm like, I don't understand how you don't believe in signs. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like even numbers, 15:55 on the clock. Like even numbers, I believe in signs via numbers. I just usually don't have the time to write them down and then go and look them up. But I believe in that. There's a reason why you see things over and over and over and over again. God's trying to send you a sign. Your ancestors, your dearly departed loved ones, the angels, Michael, Raphael, Gabrielle, Metatron, whatever. Someone's trying to send you a sign. Ugh. Do believe in signs. Thank you. Come again. Progress. I think these, if you're getting signs, you're getting signs on what's going on for you, what's coming in for you. This fulfillment, this movement, this new project, hobby, career, whatever. And yes, it could be love too. I just don't feel the need to focus on that as it's not in the cards, okay? You could be focused on healing. We got the healing card out here. You know, all day, every day, how I feel about healing, adversity, and outlook. You might be someone that has had to deal with a lot of adversity, or you might be just someone that stands for the people, no matter what color, what sex, who gives a fuck. I'm one of those people. Do I know everything there is to know about Black culture? Absolutely not. Asian culture? Absolutely not. Indian? Absolutely not. But I will every day, all day, stand up and fight for any human on this frickin' earth that wants to be a part of it, that wants to be a willing, positive participant. I will stand up for you all day, every day. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if you're straight, gay, bi, trans. I don't care. I love people for being people, humans for being humans. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. And adversity, like I've been bullied my whole life for being fat, for being ugly, for being a girl. Stupid shit. Literally been bullied because people said I was stupid. My whole life. Even now, as an adult, people look at me and don't take me seriously. They think I'm a fucking idiot. I've told you guys this a million times. I've told you this. I literally have bought 3 houses with my credit score, which is through the roof. I bought my own car, my own first car. I bought 2 cars for my ex-husband under my name. I literally just spent the last year doing a documentary about the crazy shit that has happened in my life. I wrote 2 books. I'm going to write a 3rd one. I have plans for next year to do amazing things for myself, for the collective, for the world. Because everything I do is with the thought of positivity behind it, to put out positivity and love and peace into the world. That is all I care about. That is all I want. And literally people will look at me and be like, oh, can I ask your advice on something? And I give it. And then they're like, well, I don't really think you know what you're talking about, so I'm going to go the other way. Really? 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 Okay. Sounds good. Don't come back around. I'm to the point where like people, and don't get me wrong, not everybody is a believer. Not everybody believes in healers and psychics and people with intuition, and not everybody believes in angels and demons. Not everybody believes in God. I get it. But don't come around here thinking you're going to downplay me and my beliefs, and that we're still going to be friends and you're still going to be able to come back to me for a second, third, fourth, fifth round of advice. You're not going to get it. You're not going to get a second chance, a third chance, a fourth chance. Like, I'm tired of it. Absolutely tired of it. And I'm tired of people looking at me thinking, and again, I don't claim to be the wisest, most knowledgeable person on the planet. I learn new things every day. Thank God. But you're not going to come around here and abuse me and treat me like shit and act like I'm a lower form of life and like I don't know what I'm doing and I don't know how to take care of myself and I don't know how to survive. 3 houses, y'all. 3 houses. 3 cars. When I was a teenager and I got my first job at a grocery store, I was literally working to give my parents all my money because they were in debt up to their asses. Like, literally was supporting my family since the age of 18. Literally was giving them all of my income tax refund for, I think I did that for like 3 years, 2 or 3 years. Taking care of others, being the strong one and taking care of others is what I have done my whole life. And don't get me wrong, I will do it. I will continue to do it in the future. But at this point, if you're not willing to help take care of me, then like I'm out the door. Because I don't do the take and the take and the take and the take and you don't give me anything back. And people that think they're going to look down on me and act like I don't know what I'm doing or what I'm saying, they can fuck all the way off. And then the people that get mad and angry because I tell them to fuck off, they can double fuck off. I don't have time for this stupidity. Oh my God, Olivia dyed her hair green. I'm guessing that's her boyfriend. I mean, maybe it's her brother. Ooh, it's like a dark forest green. It's pretty, actually. I wanted to say I don't like it, but I actually kind of like it. Yeah, I just don't have the patience. Like, I have gotten that my whole life, you guys. My whole life. People talking down to me, family, friends, and just not thinking twice about it and just thinking that I'm going to sit there and I'm going to take it. And for friends and family, yeah, I took it for a long time. A long time. But there comes a point when your outlook changes and you realize, like, fuck this. Like, why am I the idiot? Like, why is it the person who has never filed bankruptcy is the idiot, but the person that's had to file bankruptcy like 2 or 3 times in their whole life, they're the smart one? Explain it to me. Explain to me how your money management is better than my money management. Explain to me how my 800 plus credit score, which is like near perfection, is not as good as your 500. Explain to me how me telling you to love yourself and not continuously sleep with a married man with little children is a hell of a lot better than me who's single and celibate. Explain it to me. People people believe they have morals and values, but people will throw out their morals and values for a dollar, for a fuck, in a heartbeat because they don't love themselves. They don't value themselves. It has nothing to do with me or anyone else. And then when they look at me and I say I've been celibate for a year and a half, They'll be like, oh, well, you just can't get a man or a woman. No, 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 no. I could have a man or a woman at my door in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. Married, single, doesn't matter. Like, literally, I could call someone and have them here probably within a half an hour, depending on where they live. I choose not to be like that. And yet I'm looked down upon all the time for my lifestyle. All the time. I've only ever had one person when it was a couple weeks ago, my friend at work, we were talking about sex and stuff, and she's not married, but she's been with her male partner for a very long time, and they have 2 children. I think 10 and 14, I think. And we were talking about sex and birth control and stuff like that. And she asked me about me, and I looked at her and I said, "What about me?" And she goes, "Well, are you seeing anyone?" And I said, "Jasmine," I said, and that's her name, the lovely Jasmine, love of my life, a sweetheart cloaked in darkness, on purpose. I told her, I said, "I'm not dating anybody." And I said, "And I've been celibate for almost a year and a half." And she looked at me and she goes, "I think that's awesome." She's like, "Good for you." She is the only person that has ever said that to me. The only person. And whenever I say that, people look at me like I'm disgusting. Like I have a problem. No, sorry. I just woke the fuck up because I had to have 2 STD checks last year because I was an idiot and I realized I didn't want to put myself in that position again. So, being celibate for a year and a half, I will take that any day over having an STD. Any fucking day. And considering every man and woman out there does not want to protect themselves, and I learned this firsthand, I'm good. I'm good. I'll stay here. All good. All good. And it's not even that I feel like I'm superior. I think people look at me and when I say that, they get upset because they think I'm trying to say, like I'm superior, like, oh, I don't have to have sex, like I'm better than you. That's not it. That's not it. Honestly, if anything, I want to encourage people to do the same. Because when you're out there running around fucking everything that moves and you don't know what a condom is, you're just putting yourself in danger. Your mental, your emotional, your sexual, your physical health. And it's not good. It's just not good. And in all honest, let's just be honest. It comes from a lack of self-love. You feel like you need to have sex with every person that you see because you don't love yourself. Let's just be honest. And a friend of mine from work who I no longer consider a friend, not that I won't talk to her, I will talk to her. Um, I know every day she probably thinks that I'm the asshole. She's the one that called me a racist and used the N-word in front of me and was very insulting and bigoted and just really ignorant. For someone that claims to love black people and she's a white woman that only involves herself with black men. She's just very ignorant and just behaves abhorrently, honestly. Um, and it's really sad to me that she has some black girlfriends, one of them being a mutual friend that we have at work, and nobody ever puts her in her place. And I'm really afraid that one day, like, she's gonna go out somewhere and she's gonna be surrounded by black people that she's not friends with, and she's literally gonna get the shit beat out of her because she doesn't get it. Like, like, as a white woman who just has black friends, and again, I'm not wholly knowledgeable on anything. I'm very ignorant in regards to black culture, but I know my place. And I respect all races. I know my place. And I would never say anything, A, because I'm not a racist. I don't do that. And B, I don't want to offend anybody. So I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. And she does not do that. She just says whatever the fuck she wants. And I just really hope that she doesn't put herself in that position where one day she's out in the streets and surrounded by black people that she doesn't know, and they like beat the ever loving shit out of her, because I could completely see that happening. Because again, she just is so ignorant. Like, she just, and the black people that she is friends with, they let her act like that. They let her act like that, and they really should not. I watched a really great video on YouTube, and I think she had it on TikTok as well. It was a woman, a white woman that was married to a black man. They had 3 children, 3 biracial children. And she said in the whole 15 years, 10, 15 years, I think, something like that, that she was with her husband, never in her life did she ever think that she was a black woman, that she should act like a black person, or that she should even know the plight of the black person. And she's married to a black man with 3 biracial children. Now that is a smart, intelligent woman. Just saying. Like, she's that close to the culture. She produced some of that culture, but she acknowledges that that's not her place. That is smart. Like, that is someone like that knows. I think I might have forwarded that video to my ex-friend. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's probably why she hates me. Oh well. Oh well. Anyway, you might be dealing with some type of adversity now that I got off the subject for 30 minutes. If you are not like objectified, again, maybe you see it, maybe you deal with it, maybe, you support, like me, just humanity as a whole. And it's not to discount any one race, we're all human. We're all just humans. Like, again, I acknowledge I don't know everything there is to know about every race. I'm ignorant, but I support humans. Peace and love for all humans. I don't care. Maybe you're like that. Maybe your outlook on adversity has changed. Maybe you're someone that married someone of another race. Or maybe you are of another race, and for whatever reason, like your outlook on your own race and other races and life in general has changed in some type of way. And maybe this was healing for you. I kind of think that these all go together, honestly. Because when you have when you have an open heart for everyone, for all cultures, all races, all sexes, all denominations, however you want to phrase that, you're enriching your own life. Like, you're leaving yourself open for every possibility. If I say I don't like Indian people, I could miss out on having some really great friends, or the best lover I ever had, or the best husband or wife I ever had. Like, why would you discount that? I never really understood that. And this, honestly, is a form of higher intelligence. Let's just be honest. Acknowledging that the world wouldn't be what it is, the humans wouldn't be what they are without a mixing of races. What do they call it? A melting pot, right? Like, I don't want to go out into the world and only see white people. Like, what is that? What is that? Do you Do you remember the show? Or the movie? It was a movie. I gotta look this up and I gotta buy it. That's what I'm gonna buy for Christmas. Because last year I bought a bunch of movies for Christmas. Actually, the last 2 years since I've been on my own, I gotta do that. I usually buy a couple movies at Christmas for my digital queue on Prime or the Apple TV. Um, I cannot remember what it was called, but it was Tobey Maguire, Reese Witherspoon, Joan Allen, and oh, what's his name? Shit, I forgot his name. What's his name from Dumb and Dumber? Oh, I can't remember his name. From Arachnophobia. Oh, I can't remember his name. Jeff. It's Jeff something. Anyway, it's the movie where it's in black and white. And you're watching the movie and everything is black and white, right? Like it's 1950s, 60s, I think 50s. Picture perfect, this and that and the other. And then one day, I think it was one of the kids, or both of the kids, Tobey Maguire and Reese Witherspoon, because they were brother and sister, I think it was, right? I think they were brother and sister. And the movie was more about Tobey Maguire. Like I think he's the one that woke up first, and things were starting to go into color. Now, there are a lot of critics of that movie that were oh, this is just so, this is stupid, and like this doesn't. But when you think about it, that movie pertains to life, pertains to a healing journey. Oh my God. Oh my God. When you wake up, when you realize the matrix is the matrix and you're just a part of it, and you wake up and you see things for what they are. Everybody going crazy over the Diddy situation and all that jazz. Um, they've been talking about that for years. When all of that broke, a month or two ago, when he got arrested, I wasn't shocked. I wasn't shocked at all. Like, did you really think that Hollywood and the music industry, did you really think the government, did you really think anything in this world was devoid of evil? I mean, really think about it. Evil is around you all day long. Evil is around you. Evil is inside you. Even if you don't acknowledge it, even if you live your life in positivity, we all have evil inside of us. We all have that capacity for dark as well as light. To think that you haven't been surrounded by that your whole life. I posted on my Facebook page, and of course nobody commented because my family and friends, most of them live in the matrix. Most of them don't acknowledge anything. Most of them are not woke. And I posted that God and devil are one and the same, and they live inside you. And they do. And when you realize that, maybe you can begin to heal yourself. Maybe you can begin to see humanity for what it is and the world for what it is. I just reposted something on TikTok with a Stephen Baldwin, I think, one of the Baldwin brothers. And he said something like, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. And it was like this creepy video. And everybody's in the comments like, oh yeah, it's in Hollywood. It's in the music industry. Da, 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 da. And I put on there, I said, and in government. And right next to you, eating cereal and watching TV with your kids. Like, really? Like, you don't know that evil is right there? And so is good? Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the trash running around out there. Your life is going to be more enriching and fulfilling when you learn that you are not the main focus of it. That there is so much more to humanity than yourself. And I'm not just saying this for you guys. I'm saying this for everybody. When you realize that the good and the evil all work hand in hand, through me, through you, through everyone. What do I say? We're not perfect. Every day you wake up with that good intention and you roll out of bed and you say, I'm going to put positivity out in this world. But if something happens during the day and you get angry or you get upset, like I'm always yelling and screaming at the cats. They drive me insane. Is that positivity? Not really. Again, we all have it in us. We do. And it's a fight every single day. Every single day. And it amazes me how many people don't realize it. And it amazes me how many people are just like, oh, again, you're crazy. You don't know what you're talking about. God is up there and the devil's down there. Are you sure? Are you sure about that? Because I can talk to God and the devil all in the same place. Some things to think about as you go about your existence. This is a good read, even though I spent like 30 minutes talking about jibber jabber. I think whoever you are, you're headed in the right direction. You've got nothing but good things coming for you. I mean, other than, the occasional flat tire or leaky faucet. And I don't know why I said that, but maybe somebody's got a flat tire or leaky faucet. Because that was very specific. Like literally came into my mind as I was speaking it. Continue to heal yourself. Continue to grow. Continue to acknowledge all that you hold within yourself. Because we all hold the same thing. I'm going to leave it there. I hope it resonated. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you found it entertaining. I hope everybody is having a great weekend. And I will talk to you later. Bye.